Hello, welcome back everyone. Many thanks to the new subscribers and people that have visited the channel previously and viewed my videos. This is really a follow-on video from where I was gluing magnets, neodymium magnets, into the feet of people to provide a way to remove people from layouts and really reuse your figures, is the way I looked at it to start with, because nearly £2 each, they can be quite expensive and they can break off if you glue them down. So a lot of comments was about adding movement to the railway. So what I decided here to do was to try on what is my test bed to develop the concept. So really proof of concept. So please don't take this as a work of art. It's just me trying various things to try and get some movement. It's had some positives and negatives to the way that the figures move, but there's some interesting things in terms of the interaction between the actual gantry's textured finish and the feet of the people. So what I've done is I've broken the video down into sections, and you'll see the way that I built and constructed this over one day. I've since then been working on editing it, and I've done a little bit of weathering to it. And then the summary and some ideas at the end of the video. So if you want to watch, feel free to watch the video all the way through, obviously. If you wanted to fast forward to the end and just see the proof of concept and not necessarily the build, then I've got some results at the end. Any feedback or comments, please add to the bottom. What I'll try and do is add into the description as many of the parts and pieces that I used. So if you wanted to try and develop this and come up perhaps with your own solution or your own application, feel free to have a go. And any feedback or on different alternatives, that'd be great. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll stop rambling on. Have a look at the next section. Thank you. I have an idea for making a thread across a bridge, and what I have here is a small magnet. This comes from DCC Concepts power base system. I'll leave a link. This is a system that they designed for going underneath locos. It comes with a selection of magnets and steel to go under the track. It just happens to be where I have a strong magnet. So I've pinched that from there for the time being. And what I'm going to do is construct a channel for the magnet to run in underneath the footbridge. And this is made up of some Plastruct that I've got that hopefully it will run in. And I'm just going to cut a piece of plasticard here to form the base of the channel. I've looked at I-beams and all sorts of bits and pieces of Plastruct I've got in stock. Believe me, I have got a lot, including evergreen, etc. And nothing quite fits, so that's why I'm going to have to fabricate something. So I've marked the width of the magnet, which does seem to get everywhere. And I'm using a Olef P Cutter 450. This is designed for cutting plasticard without making a furrow, so it actually removes plastic rather than burring it up. And the idea is you get a nice clean cut. Whether I get it straight or not, down to my accuracy of measurement and cutting. So I'm going to solvent weld that into there. Just going to crack it just here. Just hold that for a few seconds. So I put a pilot hole in here to replicate what I've done at the top, and I'm just going to make a V notch. I've threaded this through first. I'm going to have to be careful not to cut the cord. Probably then best not to put the cord through first. What I'm just doing is taking off any burrs. Okay, and I'm going to drill a cross hole just above it. I only want this to act as a guide, don't necessarily want it to go down into the bottom there. Back onto my little bit of wood. And this is a 1/2 mil drill bit. Try and drill it as square as possible. Set another track pin. And get the cord the right side of it. What I'm going to do from this side is add another column. So I've drilled another 2 holes, approximately where I need them. Hole also reduces stress concentration, stop it splitting, so hopefully it won't split down there either. So that's another 2 done. I'm going to drill a hole just above that, put the nail in. Done, right. Just want this to go in the end. Building it for me layout for a permanently rather than proof of concept, I would probably take a little bit more care. Score line, it should snap there. Quite, not. Okay. eyeball modelling. Back at the spray booth, I'm going to spray with some surface primer and some concrete. So this is one coat of paint on the industrial walkways using the Halford's primer. Has to be an etch primer, that's all I have. Give this side coating as well. That will even up any warpage, which is sprayed to both sides. Very delicate. One. I've assembled one of these before, so it's new to me as well. Wow, it's good. Take one of the walkways out. You can see on the camera the little tabs are, oh, it's annoying. The tabs are halfway between the two. Just a little bit of primer I think I've got off there, so I've got away with that. That one's not quite gone through as well. Okay. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be assembled with the paint on it. I'm just going to remove those little tabs. better. Just draw the file down rather than up and down. It's likely to destroy any texture. And I'm going to do the same with these. These will probably be okay with the sanding stick. Okay. Bends ever so easily. See if this will locate in, see if it will dry fit before I apply some glue. Looks good. Right, so I'm going to use some tacky glue. Apply it with cocktail stick. So if you've got all the way through the video, you've done very well. I'm just going to try and sum up some of the bits and pieces. This is basically a piece of insulation board that I use as a test track. I'm using it to test out various construction and adding flock, etc. I'm painting the track at the moment. I've got a product from Valeo for weathering track. I'm halfway through doing that. The scale model cylindry walkway here I purchased because on my tine dock structure here, which you're seeing bits at the moment, the main section's out because I'm working on that. There's a gantry that runs at this height down the middle. There is another lower gantry that runs down here both sides, and another gantry that runs in the middle. So in total I have about 20 feet of gantry, and what I thought might be an idea was if I can incorporate some movement, i.e. this, then it may add a bit more interest to it. Now all I've done here is drill 2 holes through this foam, and then the cord pokes out the bottom. To automate this, I have an idea of either using an electric motor with a drum, there's a slight amount of stretch in the cord, or potentially a quadrant of maybe about 100 mil, so radius, so 200 mil diameter wheel quadrant attached to a servo motor. So I've looked at a variety of different ways of fitting some sleds or shoes underneath people, so whether it be Fred or Fred's friend. The best one so far is 2 magnets, 1 in each foot, and the paper hole punch disc. The others still have, whether you just put 1 magnet in, or I did here is I did 2 arrows of acetate and one magnet, still have some unpredictable results. I'll just show you this one here with the disc. And you can see how he's interacting with the floor in terms of juddering and turning. But generally, he's going in one direction. So if the floor was smooth, it'd be, I'd imagine it's just going in one direction. He'd stay put in terms of his direction of travel, not rotate round. If you wanted him to rotate at certain areas, then maybe an alternating between a smooth finish and a textured finish and then a smooth finish would give some interest and give the figure to turn. It's quite a bit of work to develop that, and what I may try is on a separate sheet with a variety of different textures, whether it be wheels or embossed sheets, how the magnet and the magnetic field and the surface all interact with this shoe or sled underneath the people. So, not solved the issue. As with many things, there's a lot of things interacting, small different things that are affecting how the figure moves. But I'm going to try a bit more on it. So if I get some substantial progress, I'll do a separate video again. But we may see this figure here moving along, hopefully tying dock or stage at some point. Please like and subscribe, and what I'll do is I'll provide some links to the other videos that I've done working with these magnets. So many thanks for watching. I'm glad you've made it all the way through to the end. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Thank you. Bye.